The size of your filter bucket for your pond actually matters. Stay tuned as I share in-depthly about this aspect of fish keeping. Stay tuned. Hi everybody, welcome again to another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. Welcome to my channel. Over the years I've actually shared with you about 3 or 4 videos where in which I went about and I actually created a bucket filter for my pond system. This is my larger set of tilapia. Is hope that I can get some fries as soon as the time kind of get a little warm, because during the cold season, well, kind of chilly. No, we don't experience snow in Jamaica, but we are influenced heavily by North American weather patterns, and right now it's kind of chilly for most parts, right? So it's expected that as soon as the time kind of warm up, that I will get some amount of fries. Back to the share as to what I'm talking about. Now we're talking about filter buckets. So you will see several persons actually sharing with you how they go about making filter buckets. My rule of thumb is that for every 50 gallon of water, you should have at least a 1 gallon container for filtration, right? A 1 gallon. So therefore this within itself is 270 gallon tote, right? And you know, give or take, you might have a few inches from the top. Well, the 270 measures all the way up here, but the water is not caught all the way up here. So give or take, this might just be probably about 20 or 30 gallons gap, right? And so put that, say right now it is like roughly 240 gallon of water within this space. All right, so my rule of thumb is that for every 50 gallon, right, I would use at least a 1 gallon container to create a bucket filter. And I'm going to explain the reason for this, but before I go there, let me share. Okay, so these are 55 gallon drum cut, roughly about 40 to 45 gallons when you actually, you know, take off the top, and you know, for about 45 gallons, right? Now I had a huge 55 gallon drum right here, which was filtering the entire system, right? 55 gallon drum, and it had issues: water bill, light bill. You know, it was difficult to manage the flow system. So I decided to use plants. Okay, let's get back to the rule of thumb as it relates to the bucket and the amount of water within each bucket. Okay, so this is one of my bucket filter, right? I use this as a improvised filtration system, well, filter system for one of my ponds. Like when I'm gonna be washing the 5 gallon bucket, I would use this, but I can't keep this on the 270 gallon pond system for too long. What will happen, and this is the reason why my rule of thumb is that for every 50 gallon you have a 10 gallon container. Now can you imagine you have a 1 gallon container filtering a 250 gallon pond system, right? What will happen is that because it's a 250 gallon system, it's gonna be requiring that you have a pump that have roughly 300 GPH. All that water will be pumping to the container. Remember, the filter bucket, you should be able to hold 5 gallon of water, yet still it should not be choked, so that the water be flowing over. And at the same time, in addition to water, it also have media, and it also have the waste that is coming from the pond system. So all of that is stuck within this system. Now with the 1 gallon, right, if you're trying to, you know, minimize the bulkiness around your pond system, what will happen is that your pond system just will not be filtered. because the water will be coming through so much harder than you expected that the water will overflow. So the same water that goes in will be coming out. And that's the reason why it is being suggested that for every 50 gallon container, you would have at least a 10-gallon container in the filtration system. Now you can have a larger system, and you can have a larger you can have a smaller system and a larger bucket, right? No problem with that. But the reverse, that will be detrimental to your pond system, your maintenance, and the aquatic life that you actually keep within the space. Now, for example, when I actually, as I shared with you over here, when this has been cut, right, roughly between 10 and 15 gallons have actually been decreased from this 55-gallon drum. Now, look over here. This is a 270-gallon, right, container. Roughly about 20 gallon have space, and this within itself is about 15 gallon. It holds 15 gallons of water. This holds 15 gallons of water. So therefore, as far as having the capacity to manage the waste, it's good. As you can see, the space in which my fish is swimming looks really clean, and yeah, this is partly due to the fish quality, well, fish feed quality that I've actually been using, yes, but at the same time, the media that exists within the buckets or within the filter system help to polish the water, allowing the water to look a little clearer than normal. Persons will suggest that the quantity of fish, the amount of fish that you have within your system will determine the size of the bucket. What I'm sharing with you is just the minimum standard. So therefore, if you have, let's say you have 3 dozen or 4 dozen tilapia within a space like this, and you intend to grow them out to adults, right, you probably would need a larger pump. You probably would need a larger basket, filter bucket, and you need a flush system. A flush system is one in which it actually flush out the water that lies beneath. It's taking out the waste, but it's taking out from beneath the pond itself. So therefore, the water is always constantly fresh, right? And that flush system normally goes through heavy filtration, or it is done during what you call water change, right? I've seen several indoor tilapia fish pond setup in which the water is like at the top of the container and the tilapias are swimming, right? That's because the way in which, and by the way, when you actually see things like this, they actually remove the cover for the benefit of persons looking on, so as to see what they are doing. But tilapia are jumpers. They will jump, right? And so in the night or in the evening when nobody is around, they will jump and you will lose the stock. So these fish are going through heavy filtration system, and to me, I think that they are very stressed, and as a result of they being stressed, you know, I doubt it whether or not their quality is as good, but that's a different argument. Food fish taste different from fish that is not stressed, you know, just sitting there within a good comfortable environment. They tend to taste a lot different, right? Okay, so that's it for another episode of Fish Keep in Jamaica, guys. I hope that this video will appeal to your interest. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Catch you next time. Yeah, bye bye.